But back to the US now, where Donald Trump says he and the First Lady are fine after what he says was a very sad evening in many ways. In his first interview since the press dinner shooting, the US president blamed the incident on delays to the ballroom construction at the White House. He also reiterated calls to drop the lawsuit immediately against this ballroom, as nothing should be allowed to interfere with its construction. Well, I'm now joined by the White House correspondent for Real Political News, who was at the dinner last night, Jon-Christopher. Hello there, Jon-Christopher.
Lovely to see you, Christo. Thank you for having me on.
Thanks for taking the time to talk to us here on GB News. And so, what a dramatic night. You're sitting there, presumably having your dinner, and then what happens next?
Well, we weren't quite having it. It was in front of us. We were waiting to see the president come in, and all the hail to the chief and the trooping of color, basically. And when I was settling down, I heard this rumbling sound, and I don't know if it exactly was shots or not, but it was rumbling and loud percussive sounds. And I saw what seemed to be an earthquake. The room was rumbling. The Secret Service was firing in and coming in, and the people were going under their tables. And I was wondering if I should maintain my journalist aspect and record this on my camera, or should I get under the table? I did a little bit of both, and it was disheartening, it was frightening, and it was really scary. And I don't recommend it anytime to anyone.
Where were you in relation to the president? So he was in the room at that point, and could you see him and see what was happening?
Oh yeah, I had a clear view. I was on a little nice table, table 241, on a little terrace area, and I could see the whole room, and off down below and off to the right, to the left a little bit, was the dais with the president and first lady, and an enormous, interesting night, because the entire members of the presidential succession were there. We had the vice president, the secretary of state, the speaker of the House. It was really amazing, and that made it extremely frightening, because the shooter, who was apprehended above this floor, on the lobby area, I don't know. I thought maybe someone was coming in and was going to fire on all of us. So that was the frightening part, and I think the Secret Service did well. The fact that the president is now using this ballroom event as an excuse to get his ballroom approved is falling on deaf ears and a little political for my taste. But there you see Hegseth, Secretary of Defense, looking like he's upset because he didn't get the part on Young and the Restless. But we'll leave it at that. Enough of my nonsense.